Hello and welcome to the Amazing Escape Plan, and specifically to this video where you're going to learn how to save literally hours of time every single month optimizing your Amazon PPC campaigns, as well as improve your Amazon PPC ACoS and overall performance using this tool right here, which is my favorite Amazon PPC tool by far, and I believe obviously is the top Amazon PPC tool. And the two things you're going to learn in this video are, number one, what is the FBA Excel Apex PPC tool, which is the tool we're going to be talking about? How is it different, or more importantly, how is it better than the 50 plus other Amazon PPC options out there? How did it come to be, as this is, as of the making of this video, a brand new tool just released to the public? And on the other half, we're actually going to be diving in and I'm going to show you exactly how to use this tool so that at least you can kind of envision and actually see how this would save you time, how to improve your campaigns, and ultimately, if you want to use the tool, then actually help you to save hours, improve your ACoS, and all of that good stuff. And to add to the excitement of this video, the FBA Excel team has agreed that if this video gets 30 comments or more, we are going to choose one person at random and give you full free lifetime access to the FBA Excel tool. So be sure to drop a comment below. It could be any question you have, anything you want. It does not matter. Let me know how my hair looks. Let me know about the audio or what you think about the video overall. And if you do like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. So comment, like, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. So a quick backstory on how the FBA Excel Apex PPC tool came to be is basically, for the longest time, I was manually optimizing my Amazon PPC campaigns every week. So what that means is basically I would go into Campaign Manager in my Seller Central account and literally manually adjust bids for every single keyword target and every single product target in all of my campaigns. And way back when I only had one product on Amazon, our first product, that was pretty easy, right? But then we started adding in more and more, and we're still adding more and more products. And obviously with the more products that we've added and we've launched, the time has just gone way up. And I was spending literally about 2 hours per week or 8 hours per month, if not more, optimizing my existing campaigns with more products on the way. And I'm like, okay, there has to be a better solution. So, at some point, of course, as any Amazon seller likely does, I started researching and I even tested a few different tools and did a lot of research on a bunch of other Amazon PPC or, PPC automation tools. And there were two big issues that I personally ran across. So number one, probably the biggest, is the price point. A lot of these tools were like crazy expensive. And for a smaller seller like me, smaller seller meaning if you make less than $1 million a month in revenue, I think you'd be in the smaller seller category. So for smaller sellers like us, a bit high price point for what I wanted it to do. It didn't really justify my time that much. It wasn't like much of a time savings or money savings. And then number two, that was also really big, is that a lot of these kind of Amazon PPC tools or automation tools would change your bid only based on a function of ACoS. So what does that mean? So basically, without getting too complicated, a lot of these tools will look at your ACoS. It's like, oh, if your ACoS is higher than whatever your target ACoS is, then whatever your target ACoS wants to be, will reduce your bid. And if your ACoS is lower than your target, then we will increase your bid, right? And that sounds logical, but it's very important at the very least, obviously, to look at multiple metrics when making bid adjustments. But one important point is you want to take cost per click into account. So what does that mean? So basically, you want to look at, okay, what cost per click generated that ACoS? Okay, so for example, you have a 100% ACoS or you have a 10% ACoS. What cost per click over the past 30 to 60 days caused that ACoS? Then what you want to do is set your bid basically equal to the cost per click and then adjust, okay? So instead of just looking at ACoS and your bid and then increasing or decreasing the bid based on the ACoS, you want to look at cost per click, then ACoS, and then make the bid adjustment. Sounds a little bit complicated, but it'll make sense as we get into the tutorial. But those were two of the big reasons. There's some other ones as well, maybe a little bit more minor, but those are the most important to me. So because of that, I just kind of continued manually optimizing my campaigns until a subscriber of mine, who's freaking brilliant, reached out to me and said, hey, Sumner, I haven't found any good tools. I'm a fellow Amazon seller as well. And I'm basically like really good with Excel and Google Sheets. And I want to create basically a better Amazon PPC tool that exists on the market, that's more affordable, that can work with people who don't want to spend a ton of time with PPC, as well as for those who are also more advanced and really want to dig into the data and just save time, improve results, right? Like we all want. would you'd be willing to help me and give me your input? And I'm like, hey, heck yeah, man, I'm looking for a tool. Let's do this. So for several months, and I put a lot of work into this, more than I really anticipated, of Brett at the FBA Excel team reaching out to a lot of different experts in the industry, PPC experts, some fairly large Amazon sellers, some smaller Amazon sellers, and all of us giving input, helping us kind of create this tool together, which is now live. It's the FBA Excel Apex PPC tool, extremely powerful. And the overview of kind of how it works is basically this tool works using Google Sheets. And by using Google Sheets, two big things happen. So number one, and the most important, is that it actually can reduce cost. So do your own research, look at there's 50 plus different Amazon PPC tools, different options to choose from. So, do kind of some price comparing, compare the features and do your own research, but you'll likely find that this tool, and we'll actually go ahead, let me click on pricing. There we go, the PPC Dominator Pro. And I'll include, again, a link to make sure that you get the lowest price. So if you go on your own to the website, it might be a little bit higher, but because I am an affiliate, I'll include my affiliate link, which I've agreed with the FBA Excel team to make sure that it's the best possible price. So that'll be in the description section. And, kind of compare, you'll likely find that this tool is much cheaper because it doesn't use a SaaS kind of platform. It uses Google Sheets, which is this free tool. And how it works is first, you'll log into your Amazon advertising dashboard. On the left-hand side, click on sponsored ads, click on bulk operations, and that's going to take you to your kind of bulk operations section. Once you're here, what you'll do is here kind of in step one, for date range, select either 30 or 60 days. I prefer 60, so just more data that I can pull from. And then click on create spreadsheet for download. What this is going to do is you're going to download your bulk file. What is a bulk file? Basically, it's a big, seemingly messy file that contains all of your Amazon PPC data, all your campaigns, your ad groups, your keyword and product targets, and all of that information is basically here in this big file. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to download this file, then you're going to upload it into the Apex PPC Google Sheets tool, click on a couple buttons, and what the tool is going to do, it's going to sort of clean your bulk file and improve and make optimizations to the bulk file. Then you're going to take that cleaned file and then upload it here in step 3. You're going to choose, you're going to basically, download the clean file and then upload it here in step number 3. And then all of those changes that were made to the bulk file are going to apply to your entire account, ultimately reducing your ACoS or improving your campaign performance and also saving you a lot of time. So using the Apex tool, like I said, I was spending about 2 hours a week. And now I spend I used to spend 15 minutes a week using the tool. Now I spend even less time because I have outsourced this. I've hired a VA, taught them how to use this exact method and this tool. And now it saves me even more time. So I spend literally a few minutes just doing some tweaking and some other testing because I always like to test, but saves me a ton of time. So that's the overview. Now let's actually dive in and show you each step of the process. So like we said, step 1, like you've already done, go ahead and create spreadsheet for download. Once you have it, go ahead and then download that file. And once you download, the next thing that you're going to do is you're actually going to create a Google Drive folder. So Google Sheets, Google Drive, Google Docs, all of these different products are free as long as you have a Gmail or a Google account. So if you already have a Gmail account, you already have free access. You just probably haven't been using it yet. And if you don't have a Gmail account yet, go ahead and create a free Gmail account. And once you do that, then you'll have free access to the following couple of things, mainly Google Sheets and Google Drive. So what you'll do is you'll go to drive.google.com, sign in with your Gmail account. Once you're there, click on New, then click on Folder. And then you can name it something like Amazon PPC or, Apex PPC, whatever. And I've already done so, so I'm going to hit Cancel. I've named mine FBA Excel Demo Folder, just because this is a demonstration. And then once you've created the folder, go ahead and you will upload your bulk file here into the folder, okay? So that's step 1, really kind of simple. It's a little bit of work up front, but then, you have this kind of really well organized and this kind of is gonna read with the tool. So step 1. Then number 2, what you're going to do, obviously, is get the Apex PPC Google Sheet tool. So basically what you'll do is once you get access, you'll get this special kind of link and login info. You will open this with that same kind of Gmail account in Google Sheets, and it will look something like this. There's a few different tabs here at the bottom. And once you sign up, there's a bunch of just step-by-step demo videos on everything you need to do. Not too much that's needed, but there's a little bit of work up front to get kind of all your data in. But basically, like here, for example, you're going to just link your Google Drive folders you see here with the sheet so they can kind of read each other. So then you can basically, upload your bulk file into the Google Drive and then sync it with the Google Sheet. And I'll show you kind of how that works. So a little bit upfront here. Again, videos kind of explaining, what to have. There are some default sort of metrics here. So bad click-through rate, high spend. So anything, with 11 clicks but 0 conversions, we're going to set the bid to 15 cents. Anything with high spend, $11 spent with 0 conversions, we're also going to set the bid to 15 cents. Bad click-through rate, 1,000 impressions or more with a 0.15% click-through rate, it's going to be reduced, all of that. So anyway, a lot of default that's really good, but you can tweak it if you like. And again, there's demo videos kind of for that. And I can make more videos if you like, kind of going into more detail. So if you want that, comment that below. And just kind of an overview. The main thing here is what you're going to do is download just a couple of reports from Amazon and then upload your data here. So it's fairly simple to do. And basically, at the end of the day, what you're going to have is in this tab here in the SKU dashboard, you're going to have each SKU basically that you're selling on Amazon. So if you have one, it'll just be one. If you have 20, then there's 20. Okay, all the different products that you are basically selling on Amazon. You have the SKU, the description, the ASIN, and all of that. Okay, and each row is different, represents a different product. And then what we have here, and that's the key, is you are going to input here into this section, this kind of highlighted yellow section, your different kind of metrics. So basically, you're going to put in this filter. You're going to create this filter. Again, a little bit of work up front. It's really not too much, but once you get the work done, boom, then everything's automated. And you're basically setting up filters that this filter is going to be applied to your bulk file. So you're going to upload your bulk file. You're going to input, this filter one time, and then the filter can be applied. You can change it anytime that you want, or you can just leave it the same and, fairly automated. That filter is going to be applied to your bulk file and basically make all those changes and kind of clean your bulk file and improve some of the performance. Now, how does that work, or what does that even mean? Well, for example, so let's say that for this product here in row number 4, our target ACoS is 25%. Okay. So anything that is at or above, above 25%, then the bid is going to be reduced, okay, basically. So we're basically kind of reducing the bid for anything with a high ACoS. Again, looking at cost per click, this tool does that, which I kind of mentioned before. But anyway, anything with an ACoS above 25%, right above our goal, like our goal is 25. So anything that's above, boom, it's going to get reduced automatically. So any keyword or product target in your bulk file that is associated with this SKU, okay, following me here. So with that SKU that's above 25%, right, or high ACoS, it's going to get reduced, which is good. So then we're going to kind of reduce our ACoS in that way. Also, anything that is at or below 20%, so any keyword or product target associated with this SKU here in this row that is at or below 20%, we're going to increase the bid by 20%. So we're basically going to be really aggressive. Anything that's over 25%, right, over our goal, boom, it's going to be really aggressive to reduce. And then anything that's at or below 20% ACoS, we're going to kind of gently increase that. So that's two things that happen. Just one more real quick that's really simple to kind of think. Any product or keyword target that has 11 clicks over the past 60 days or 30 days, depending on how long your bulk file was for. Remember, I recommended 60 days just because it has more data. So anything with 11 clicks and 0 sales, the bid is going to get set to 15 cents. Okay. So there's some other things you can do. You can get a little bit more advanced. Again, there's all these demo tutorials, and I'll include a link to the Apex PPC, the FBA Excel YouTube channel, where they have a little bit more videos going into some of the nuts and bolts. And if you have questions, let me know, and I'd be happy to answer as well. But that's kind of the overview, right? So high clicks but no sales, high ACoS, low ACoS, all of those different metrics. You're setting up, hey, when you the tool find any of these keyword or product targets that are like, high ACoS, we want it reduced. Anything that's a low ACoS that's profitable, we want to increase. Anything that has a bunch of clicks but no sales, we want to decrease as well. Like, you're telling the tool this, and then boom, the tool is going to do all of it for you pretty much like simultaneously within a few seconds, instead of you taking literally minutes or hours to do it on your own, if that makes sense. So that's the big difference, right? You could either do this on your own and apply these basically metrics to each individual, or you can use the tool that does it basically all at once using your bulk file. So let me know if that makes sense. I know PPC can be a little bit complicated or seem a little bit complex at first, but in the end, honestly, it isn't too complicated. So that's, once you kind of set this up, you'll create your filter here, what I call filter, or your criteria. It can be either the same, as you can see here. All of these are basically, the criteria is all the same for all of these different products. Or for different products, for example, like here we could do, let's see, what is our target A cost? Let's say our target A cost for this is 35%. Our high A cost is 35. These two should always be the same. Okay, mid A cost is about 30%, right? And we'll keep this, we'll say, anything with 9 clicks, but 0 sales. We want to be a little bit more aggressive. If there's just, 9 with 0 sales, boom, we're going to reduce that. So you can change it for each, product, or you can keep it the same. Totally up to you. But you do it once and then boom, it's ready to go. And let's go ahead and actually get to the next step. So after we set up our criteria, what we are going to do is go on to File. We're going to import, okay, FBA Excel demo. And well, that's the folder I created, but you'll go to the folder that you created. And again, this is the bulk file that we just downloaded, okay? So we just downloaded this and added it to our Google Drive. That's what we're gonna do here. So this is the bulk file that we just downloaded not too long ago. I'm gonna double click. Here we're going to insert new sheets and then click on import data, okay? And the bigger that your file is, the longer this will take. It usually doesn't take too long at all, but just keep in mind the more data, it takes a little bit more time for the tool to read, and then less data, obviously less time. So step one is we're basically adding our bulk file into the tool. That's the first step. And once we've imported our bulk file, it'll look something like this with all of these added tabs here at the bottom that you just see are brand new. Then once we've imported, click on here, the Apex PPC tab, and then we're gonna click on initialize bulk file. So that's step number 2, initialize bulk file. Go ahead and click on that. Again, this is step 2 of 4. So once you kind of get rolling with this, it gets really quick. And like I said, when I was doing this all manually with the tool, we're gonna hit yes. It was taking me about 15 minutes. Now it takes me less time because I outsourced that 15 minutes for $5 US per hour. So very inexpensive. So basically what's happening here is the tool is taking our bulk file and it's making it more readable. It's kind of like cleaning up a little bit, making it a little bit more readable so the tool can better read and analyze your data. And then the next step after this, once the script finishes running, is we are going to actually apply our criteria. Now I'm using a demo file, so there could be, it's a demo, it's kind of dummy information. This isn't like my actual product data. So because of that, I have this invalid argument, which you shouldn't see. If you do see it, that means there's a problem with your file, but you should not see that. And that'll just happen if there's an issue, which would happen in my case because I'm using a dummy file. So go ahead and hit dismiss. And once we've initialized the bulk file, go back to the tab. We'll now move on to step number 3. And here you have a few different options to choose from. I recommend Apex. That's actually kind of what I helped develop. It's what I currently use. It's my favorite after a ton of research. It's a lot of other PPC experts, testing with my own products. This is what I use right here is the Apex optimization criteria. But you could apply, there's these 3 different basically types of optimization that you can do. Without getting into too much detail, just select Apex is what I would recommend. It's what I use. So go ahead and click Apex. And then you're about to update your bids. You're gonna click on yes. And then of course, don't hit dismiss, just let the tool run. And then once you see that kind of finish script tab kind of disappear, then what's happened is, again, that criteria that you set here in this tab has now been applied and updated to your bulk file, and all of the bid adjustments have been made automatically, as you can see, within even a few minutes to as quickly as even a few seconds. So a lot of time savings there. And then you can do 2 things from this point. So number 1, what you could do is go ahead and create upload file. What this is going to do is it's going to take, this optimized kind of bulk file and then kind of recreate it or put it in a way that Amazon can read. So you're going to create the upload file. Once it's created, download it to your desktop, and then going back to the first step, we are going to go to step 3, choose our file, and then choose that upload file that we just created. So again, we downloaded a file from downloaded a bulk file from our bulk operations. We uploaded it into the tool, made the changes, created that upload file, which is really important just to make sure that Amazon can read it. And then we're taking that finalized upload file and we're uploading it into step number 3 here. And then all of those changes that were made in your bulk file are gonna apply to all of your campaigns. And then afterwards, you can actually manually go into your campaign manager. And I'd recommend doing this and just click on some random campaigns and look at, and there should be changes to the bids and things like that, right, overall, just to make sure the changes went through, which of course they will. and you can actually see those changes, show up manually as well. So that's kind of the overview. And the other last quick thing I wanted to mention is that with this tool, right, it's designed both for more, I guess, beginners or more, if you don't want to get super advanced with it, it's great for you. And if you want to get a lot more advanced and a lot more detail in the data, you have the ability to do both or choose 2 different routes. So this is kind of the more simple route. And what you can also do if you want to kind of start there and start building and get more advanced, if we go back to the Apex PPC tab, and you would go to this tab and you would do this before you kind of ran all your optimizations, but that's why I'm kind of saving this for last, not to overcomplicate anything, is if you see here, we have bulk filters and actions. So under bulk filters, we can see all of our top targets, our top converting keyword and product targets, top placements, right? We can make sure that there aren't duplicates, that we're not, we have duplicate targets in different campaigns. We can see our poop or our poor performers, right? There's a bunch of others as well, like search term inspector. We can actually add search terms from our search term report, which is a whole other video. If you guys want me to make that, let me know. But they do have a video on this as well. Bid overrides, right? And a lot of other kind of more advanced things that you can do. So basically, if you want to say, hey, maybe, we make these general changes to all of our keyword and product targets, but if there's a few that are like our top, 80-20 rule, the top 20% performing, top 20% sales driving keywords, maybe we want to be a little bit more aggressive with those keywords and treat them differently. So again, at the very least, this is going to do, the bulk of the work for you. It's going to do like the most of the heavy lifting, all that like work that we hate doing and that just kind of sucks and is not really a good use of our time. It's going to automate that at the least. And then at the best, it's going to do all the work. You're like, hey, Sumner, I'm good with this. Like, I just want to get a better ACOS right now. I want to save some time and I'm good with that. I'll get more advanced later, or maybe I won't. Either way, want to get more advanced or not, can work really well for you, as it's literally worked well for me over the past several months, getting great results with it, both from time and improving my ACOS, but really for me, just saving me all that time, which is hugely important to my business. So that is the Apex PPC tool by the FBA Excel team. And again, once we hit 30 comments on this video, one lucky person is going to win full free lifetime access to this tool, which could be you. So be sure to comment below. And if you do end up buying, like I said before, then you will get that kind of full purchase amount redeemed and you'll get that lifetime access and we'll work everything out. So be sure to comment below. And if you want to go ahead and get access now and give the tool a try, I've worked with Brett at the FBA Excel team and said, hey, if I'm promoting this to my audience, you better give me a good discount for them. And Brett's awesome. He's like, absolutely. So the tool is already very fairly priced. And I would definitely encourage you to do your own research, look at kind of the different features and benefits of different Amazon PPC tools on the market, kind of compare the pricing and all of those other kind of information. And I think you'll come back and find that this is ridiculously appealing, as I have. So if you do want to end up giving the tool a try, there's the monthly or the one-time kind of payment. For monthly, it's only $20 a month, which is really, really low, that you can get using my affiliate link in the description section. And yes, it is an affiliate link, so I do get a kickback on any sale that's made. Would really appreciate your support. And like I said, this is the only Amazon PPC tool that I use and I recommend. Otherwise, I would not be making a video. So you can either pay monthly or one time. One time's $197. And again, it's for a limited time because it's brand new. Asking kind of for a special launch discount for my audience. The price of this will go up. So if you are watching this maybe more in the future, keep in mind the pricing will likely be different than what you see here on the screen. But I've worked with Brett to make sure that my specific affiliate link, because that's the way I want it to be, will get anyone who uses it the lowest price. So be sure to use that and kind of price compare, open it up in a new tab, use my affiliate link and kind of look at the pricing. But you should always find that my link kind of gives you the best price. But anyway, like literally this is ultimately here to help save a lot of sellers time, money like it has for me, and hope you found it valuable. If you have any questions about the tool, let me know in the comment section below. If there's any other PPC content you would like me to cover. I mean, I'm not here to just promote tools. I'm here to provide value. So however more I can provide value to you in regards to Amazon PPC, product launching, product research, sourcing, whatever that might look like, let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching and your support. Hope you found this valuable. God bless, and look forward to seeing you in future videos.